Welcome to Tamsguitar.com, and we are going to take a look at a beautiful solo. It's not too difficult, you know. It's from the song called Don't Cry by Guns N' Roses. And before we get started, you have to tune your guitar half step down. So the strings will be tuned like this: E flat, B flat, G flat, D flat, A flat and E flat. Alright, so this is how Slash used to tune his guitar, mostly I believe. So, and this is kind of a pentatonic solo, quite melodious. And before I teach you the solo, I would like to tell you something. If you are interested in taking Skype lessons from us, then please visit the links below. And if you are curious about the gadgets I'm using, the guitars I'm using, the links are below. And also, in case you want to check out my downloadable courses, you can find it in the links below in my website musiccircle.in. And also, if you are looking for lessons in Udemy, you can also find me in Udemy. Everything is in the link below. And let's get started now. Let us break it down into different chunks. So firstly, so we are starting in this position of A minor pentatonic. So before the notes start, the solo starts off with a slide. You can ignore this as well. So from 5th to the 7th fret, or you can directly play the 7th fret and play a vibrato, okay? And when the time comes, then it goes to the next part. Alright? So what I'm doing here is I'm playing the 7th fret 3rd string, but before that I'm just doing a pre-bend, and there is a technique called raking, which I learned the name recently. So what I'm doing here is, it's a bit tricky, so take your time and learn it if you are doing it for the first time. So what I'm doing here, I'm pre-bending it. So I'm bending the strings a little bit, and then I'm muting the other strings above, and so the pre-bend is basically happening from a whole step above. So roughly you can do it. So it's very difficult to handle the distortion if you are not used to, but anyway you have to give it a try. So after you pre-bend roughly a whole step, then what you do, you just mute the strings, and this is called raking. You just sweep and you bring the string down and pull it off to the 5th fret. Alright, so I'll lower the volume a little bit. Alright, so after, bring it down, pull off to the 5th fret, you play the 7th fret 3rd string again. Then what you do is, again you do a pre-bend and pull it off to the 5th fret, and then bend this 7th fret 3rd string up a whole step. And with the help of your little finger, grab this note. So this is very tricky because sometimes if you are doing it slow, it sounds out of tune, so you have to be very precise. Alright, whole step, bend, and then with the help of your little finger you are playing the 8th fret on the 2nd string. Then again, you bring this note down and pull it off to the 5th fret. So in short, it's like this. Again, like this. Again bend, and you pick the 2nd string 8th fret twice. After you pick it twice, then you again the bend, the note is already bent and you pick and bring it back. It's very difficult to do slow. And you play the 5th fret 3rd string and do a quarter step bend. So the thing to note is when you are doing a quarter step bend, you pick the note and bend the string, and once you hear it, you know that you have reached the destination, then you need to stop the string. Look at this angle. Alright. Then you play the 7th fret 4th string. After 7th fret 4th string, you play 5th fret 4th string, and then 5th fret 5th string, again quarter step bend. So make sure you, after playing it, you stop it with your right hand. And 5th string 3rd fret. So, you know, quite complicated bends. You have to be very, you know, accurate. Alright, so the first chunk is like this. And then there's a thing called octave. An octave is, you know, you play a particular note. In this case, we are playing the D note. If you are thinking this as standard tuning, technically it's C sharp or D flat, whatever. So you play the 5th fret and the same note in the immediate next pitch, higher pitch. So this is called an octave. So you hold it like this. You put your first finger on the 5th fret 5th string and 4th finger on the 7th fret 4th string, and make sure you mute the other strings. Alright, so 6th string is muted, 4th string is muted. Sorry, this is 3rd string, not 4th string. So 5th and 3rd. So this is my octave. I'm just playing it like this, like a strum, and after I've played it, I'm sliding it. So let us keep the shape intact and slide from 5th to 7th, and then from 7th to 8th, then from 8th to 10th. Alright, so, and once I reach here, I slide, or you can do hammer on as well, whatever you feel. I think they have done slide. And then you slide from the 10th to 12th fret. Then after you slide from 10th to 12th on the 5th string, you slide from, you hammer on from the 10th to 12th on the 4th string. And after this, you slide from 12th to 14th on the 4th string. So, alright, so get this going. And then after this, you hammer from 12th to 14th on the 3rd string. And then with the help of your middle finger, or you can use your 3 fingers, this is a tricky bend, 13th fret 2nd string. This is 2 whole steps. Or a major 3rd bend, what you can think of. So in order to play bends, you know, if you're not used to it, you just don't do it randomly. Make sure when you are bending a string, check the pitch. So first slide from the 13th to the 17th fret and bring it back and imitate this same sound by bending. Alright, so it will take some time. Alright, and then you play the 14th fret on the 3rd string. So take this chunk and join. Alright. Alright, something of this sort. And the next part